What is going on YouTube? It's your boy Dre, back with another video on Primetime Takes. I got something special in store for you guys today. I'm going to be ranking the NFL's last 15 first overall draft picks, not including this last year's draft with Joe Burrow going number 1, only because he has not stepped on the field yet. We do not know what his future holds. I think he's going to have a great future in this league, but I can't put him on this list yet if he has nothing to show for. So we're going to be looking from 2005 all the way to 2019, each draft class, who was picked number 1, and I'm going to be putting them in order from worst to first. So at number 15, I'm going to have to go with Jamarcus Russell. He was picked in 2007 by the Oakland Raiders, arguably the biggest bust in NFL history. He only lasted 3 seasons in the league. In his 3 seasons, he only threw for 4,083 yards, 18 touchdowns, and 23 interceptions with a 52% completion rate. So my man threw more interceptions than he did touchdowns. So that just goes to show you how his career ended, how long it lasted. He only lasted 3 seasons. He never even made a Pro Bowl or played in a postseason. He never recorded more than 277 passing yards in a single game or threw for more than 2 touchdowns. So yeah, the Oakland Raiders definitely made a mistake here drafting Jamarcus Russell. I don't know what they saw in him, but probably the biggest bust in NFL history. Next, at number 14, we're going with Eric Fisher, an offensive tackle selected in 2013 by the Kansas City Chiefs. It's a little hard to rank an offensive lineman, but going off his accomplishments, he only had 1 Pro Bowl. Being a first pick, I would have to say he has definitely not lived up to expectations the Chiefs had for him. A first pick, definitely expect to be selected in more than 1 Pro Bowl, but yeah, Eric Fisher is going to be at number 14. At number 13, Sam Bradford. He was drafted in 2010 by the St. Louis Rams. There was a lot of hype for Sam Bradford coming out of college from Oklahoma. He won a Heisman. He was poised, a smart quarterback who knew where to throw the football and knew how to protect it at the same time. He started his career off on the right track, winning Offensive Rookie of the Year and making the All-Rookie team. He did break the record for completion percentage with 71.6 during his 2016 campaign, but this would later be broken by Drew Brees. So yeah, Sam has definitely not lived up to expectations, but he's a good backup moving forward and a fringe level starter where he could start here and now for a team, a few games per season. But yeah, Sam Bradford, he definitely did not live up to the hype and expectations. At number 12, we got my man Jameis Winston, drafted in 2015 by the Tampa Bay Bucs. Everyone knows Jameis has had a roller coaster career. He can put up big numbers, but he can also hurt your team as we've seen this past year. The man threw for 33 touchdowns, which was second in the league, but also threw 30 interceptions, which was dead last in the league. So that just goes to show you that he can put up big numbers, but he's going to hurt your team. If he can get rid of the interceptions, I think he could be a top 10 quarterback in this league, but as of now, I got to have him at number 12. He holds the record for most pick sixes thrown in a season with 7. So yeah, Jameis can put up big numbers, but he has consistently shown he's turnover prone, but I still believe he's one of the most talented on this list if he could get rid of the turnovers. At number 11, Baker Mayfield. Baker Mayfield was selected in 2018 with the first pick by the Cleveland Browns. He had a drop off from his rookie year to his second year. In 2019, he threw for 3,827 yards, 22 touchdowns, and 21 interceptions with a 59% completion rate. And Baker's known as being an accurate quarterback, so 21 interceptions with that 59% completion rate just doesn't show how good Baker can actually be. I think he still has a bright future in this league. If you look at his rookie year stat, the man broke the single season touchdown record with 27, and he only threw 14 interceptions with a 64% completion rate. He also did this with 2 less games played. He didn't start the whole season, but you got to give Baker a little slack here. This is going to be his 3rd or 4th head coach, I believe. Freddie Kitchens should have never been bumped up to that head coaching spot. But it's time for him to take that next leap. He has a supporting cast, and it's time to nut up or shut up. There's going to be no excuses this year for him. At number 10, Jared Goff was selected in 2016 by the Los Angeles Rams. Goff has showed some promise early in his career. He took his team to the Super Bowl in 2019 where they faced the New England Patriots. He struggled during this game, and it was the lowest scoring Super Bowl in NFL history with a 13-3 score. Over his career, he has thrown for 14,219 yards, 87 touchdowns, and 42 interceptions on a 62% completion rate, and he's also a 2-time Pro Bowler. So Goff has proven he is a good starting quarterback, and although I do not believe he is an elite quarterback, he has proven with a good supporting cast he can win at a high level. He brought the Rams to a Super Bowl. I just think he needs a high level supporting cast around him to be a successful quarterback in the postseason. At number 9, I'm going to go with Jadeveon Clowney, who was selected in 2014 by the Houston Texans. He was definitely a high-rated prospect coming out of college. There was talk that this man could have jumped right from high school to the NFL, which I don't know, maybe he could have. I don't believe he has lived up to his hype or potential. He only has a career total of 32 sacks in 6 seasons, which is a little over 5 a year. He made the Pro Bowl 3 times, but I still don't believe he is one one of the game's elite pass rushers. At number 8, I'm going with Alex Smith, who was taken at 2005 by the San Francisco 49ers. I think Alex Smith, while probably not living up to his first overall pick hype, he has still led his teams to numerous playoff appearances in the NFC title game and has also made 3 Pro Bowls. He has been an average to above average quarterback in my opinion throughout his career, but never considered elite. He's only with a mere 2-5 record in the postseason. He has proven he cannot put his team over the top to get them to the Super Bowl. His career stats so far are 34,068 yards, 193 touchdowns to 101 interceptions. If you guys don't already know, he suffered a gruesome leg injury 2 years ago. The leg injury led to 17 surgeries, and I'm just wishing him a speedy recovery and hoping he is able to live a healthy life and maybe be able to step on the football field again. But yeah, I'm going to have to go with Alex Smith at number 8. At number 7, this might be a little controversial. I'm going to have to go with Kyler Murray, who was taken in last year's draft by the Arizona Cardinals. He won NFL Offensive Rookie of the Year, threw for 3,722 yards, 20 touchdowns to only 12 interceptions with a 65% completion rate. He also rushed for 544 yards and 4 touchdowns. I'm pretty much going off of potential with Kyler, in my opinion, because he only has 1 season to show for, and I thought he played really well with the supporting cast he had around him and a first-year head coach. I expect him to take this next jump, having DeAndre Hopkins on his team now. But yeah, I'm going Kyler Murray at number 7. At number 6, I'm going with Mario Williams, who was selected in 2006 by the Houston Texans. He was a consistent Pro Bowl caliber player and a force on the D-line. He finished his career with 399 tackles and 97.5 sacks. He was a 4-time Pro Bowler and made first-team All-Pro once. He was also ranked as a top 100 player in 4 seasons throughout his career. At number 5, we're going with Jake Long, who was selected in 2008 by the Miami Dolphins. Unlike Eric Fisher, another offensive lineman on this list, Jake Long had a good career. He only played 9 years, but made the most of it right from the jump. He made NFL All-Rookie Team in 2008. He became first-team All-Pro in 2010. He made 4 Pro Bowls and was ranked as a top 100 player in 2 seasons. So my man Jake Long, he had a great career right from the jump, and it was a very consistent career, and I'm going with him at number 5. At number 4, I'm going with Andrew Luck, who was selected by the Colts in 2012. It's a shame he cut his career short, but Luck was one of the most talented players on this list in my opinion. Over his career, he threw for 23,671 yards, 171 touchdowns to only 83 interceptions and a 61% completion rate. He made the Pro Bowl 4 out of his 6 seasons as well. If he continued to play, I think the Colts would be a legit championship contender with the supporting cast they have. At number 3, I'm going with Matthew Stafford, who was selected in 2009 by the Detroit Lions. Stafford probably has the strongest arm on this whole list out of all the quarterbacks. So far up to this point in his career, Stafford has 41,025 yards with 256 touchdowns in his career. Matthew also has the NFL record with the most fourth quarter comebacks of all time at 9 in 1 season. It's been unfortunate that this player has never had an elite team around him up to this point in his career. If this was the case, we could be talking about Stafford being a potential Hall of Famer. I mean, he's still an active player and he could add on to his resume, so maybe he can make that jump and get into the Hall of Fame conversation. At number 2, I'm going with Myles Garrett, who was selected by the Browns in 2017. Garrett's one of the best young pass rushers in the NFL. He has a high ceiling and motor. 2018 was his best season of his career so far with a total of 44 tackles and 13.5 sacks. He was well on his way to having a better season this past year until he beat a man with his own helmet. I mean, come on, Garrett, you gotta think better than that. He ended up missing 6 games after this incident with the suspension. He made NFL All-Rookie Team in 2017, made the Pro Bowl in 2018, and by 2019 he was already ranked as a top 50 player in the NFL. So after only a few seasons, my man Myles Garrett has already made a jump, and I believe he's a top 5 defensive end in the league already. At number 1, I'm going with Cam Newton, who was selected by the Panthers in 2011. Cam may be the most talented player to come out of college on this list. He was exciting to watch, and he started off strong as soon as he entered the league, winning Offensive Rookie of the Year and making the All-Rookie Team. By year 5, Cam had become an MVP, made first team All-Pro, won Offensive Player of the Year, and reached his first Super Bowl, where he eventually lost to the Denver Broncos. Over his career, Cam has thrown for 29,041 yards, 182 touchdowns to only 108 interceptions with a 60% completion rate. What makes Cam lethal and exciting is his ability to run the football as well. Cam has rushed for close to 5,000 yards with 58 touchdowns on the ground. For the upcoming 2016 season, after his MVP campaign, Cam Newton was ranked as the number 1 player in the NFL top 100, so his peers thought highly of him as well. So I would have to say that at the peak of everyone's career, Cam has had the best career, and he's still an active player that can also add to his longevity and his stats. But yeah, that completes my list from worst to first. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Like I said, like, comment, subscribe, turn post notifications on so you know when I'm uploading. If you guys have any disagreements with my list, let me know down in the comments. I would love to hear them. I want to be able to interact with my subscribers. But yeah, that's the end of the video. I'll see you guys next week.